Today, the matter that we had filed on Friday for Samson Tekle Michael, came up before Justice Nzioka. We had filed that he be produced, or his body be produced, by nature of what we call a habeas corpus. The state today came to court. They did not have any response and said that they needed time to be able to respond to the application that we had filed on Friday through the office of Kangai. In the absence of anything, the court asked us whether we had made any developments and who we really wanted to produce the person, but we said that a person having been abducted from the middle of the road and being taken by people we believe are officers, and in front of also an officer in traffic police uniform, this then becomes the duty of the Inspector General and other security officers, including the Minister of Internal Affairs, to be able to look into it. So the court has ordered that the Director of Public Prosecution follows up the matter, because a report had been made in Kilimani Police Station. And a report being made in Kilimani Police Station by the wife could not have been in vain. This application was made for a purpose. For the state to come to court and start saying that they do not know who is supposed to respond to that application, the court has said that the Deputy Director of Public Prosecution moves to Kilimani Police Station, finds out the development of the investigation, and if it has been acted upon, and to come back to court on Monday, the 29th, and indicate to the court how far they have gone with the process, what they have found out, and how far the investigations have gone, so that the court then can make further orders. The court also indicated that for the state to come and start saying that they do not know, they should realize that this is actually a very serious matter. Somebody being taken from the streets or being abducted from the streets and then disappears, the court is not going to turn a blind eye to that. It is a serious matter. It's a matter that concerns probably the life of a person. So the court has insisted that the nature of seriousness of that issue must be followed up. Samson Gebreziel Tekle Michael.
What was he?
He's a businessman. He's actually a businessman who conducts in importation and exportation of LPG gas and the cylinders. He's actually dealing with things to do with energy. He's got an office called Besla, that is an Adlife Plaza on 3rd floor. Besla. He's a businessman, mostly into energy. He does importation and exportation of IPG cylinders and gas. He also does the business from Tanzania as well, straight into Ethiopia. He also has, he has actually employed very many people, especially Kenyans, because he owns about 25 trucks that do the transportation of all these items. So therefore, this is actually an investor in this country. So for a person of that nature to just disappear like that, this cannot be something that can be taken lightly. The investments are there, but somebody must come forward and tell us that we have a reason why we are keeping him, and the reason that is necessitating for him to be kept longer than the 24 hours as guaranteed by the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and whether they have made any other application to extend holding him. Because now it has become like, can I say, this is now becoming a pandemic. People disappearing, people being arrested on the roads, people being arrested by people who are using motor vehicles with fake number plates. Look at the example of Tekle Michael. He has been arrested, and the person who arrested him used a motor vehicle, a Subaru, white in color, KCD 445K. Going to NTSA and doing a search, we find that that motor vehicle actually belongs to somebody called Jacob Wandari and jointly owned with the Kenya Commercial Bank. So how can we have rogue officers using fake number plates and we tend to think that we are safe? This is why I was advising Kenyans. It has reached a time where we need to stop this pandemic. It's actually a disaster. What people need to do is, anytime people come, they are not in uniform and they want to arrest you and they're not identifying themselves, resist. Anytime people come with these Subarus, block your route, they don't identify themselves, they don't show their names, and they don't show their tags, resist. Anytime somebody comes to you, even if he's in uniform, but that uniform does not display the force number and does not display the name, which is a requirement right now in the Force Standing Act, resist. It can't reach a moment whereby now we just have to sit and put our hands in our heads and keep quiet about it. How can we do that? We can't fold our hands anymore. The minister is not acting, the state is not acting, people are now being found dead every day, people are being kidnapped, their motor vehicles are being burnt. And the state just comes back and tells us that they can do nothing about it. The minister keeps quiet about it. This is Matiang'i's job. And what does he do about it? He keeps quiet. He's not giving a statement. It has become a pandemic. He needs to respond. The public is thirsting for this information. Everybody is fearing. Anytime now we shall be seeing a Subaru on the road, we will be heading for our lives. Time has come whereby an explanation has to be given. Results must be seen.
Do you believe your client was
Been police officers, and in fact, for that to be even something that we need to discuss, look at the person who helped them to stop that motor vehicle. Who was it? A traffic officer. He was in full uniform. He was standing there. We have come to zero down that he belongs to Kilimani division. We want his details. How did he end up getting advice and stopping a motor vehicle, helping them to open the door, and as they are leaving, he helps them to close the door? An explanation is needed. Sincerely speaking, this is a pandemic. Either with a charge within 24 hours, if not with a charge, within the 24 hours, you must bring an application to show the reasons why you are holding him. The person must be explained to. And you must also, at that time, if you are coming under that Article 49 that you are holding him before taking him to charging him, you must explain what you have done and why you need to hold him longer. All this has not happened. We need the explanations.